Okay, we are live. Welcome everyone. Welcome to
Welcome.
welcome to our 13th podcast. And it will probably
Oh,
be
13.
the 13th one. It's not our unlucky number. But we are missing one member right now.
I really hope so with the topic at hand.
Yeah, but we're missing Cloud at the moment. We hope he will be here soon, but we don't know
Yeah,
when he
but
will be here.
yeah, we have no clouds here. We have no clouds. It's quite sunny. It's quite warm. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a tan because I get a tan, but yeah, no clouds.
No clouds right now. Um, and
Yeah,
because
I hope we get a more cloudy sky and
yeah,
soon.
we need more
Soon.
cloud, but because we Benjamin and I live in Europe and Cloud lives in America, we don't have the same time zone, and sometimes this goes wrong. But we are going to talk about something that's not about time zones or clouds or anything, because Benjamin, today
Yes.
today is not the special day, but it is a bit a special day because you are preparing for something, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what are you
Uh,
preparing
it, it,
for?
I'm preparing uh, to to come out, not in the closet, but just to come out to my distant relatives in Norway. That including my two uncles, cousins, um, my m- my first cousins once removed, and my
Mm-hmm.
grandma. More importantly,
Yes, because you already came out to your parents and your siblings, I guess.
yes, yeah, I have. I'm as open with it as can be, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, I haven't really said that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to talk about coming out of the closet, and if you're already out of the closet, how to tell it to relatives that maybe are not really um, uh, used to dealing with queer people or have a different opinion about people who are queer. Um, Also, a bit to help Benjamin, our baby penguin, to give some tips or maybe to comfort him in how to do this. I wish I had Cloud with me, but
Yeah.
I'm mama work. I have some experience with it, so maybe we can deal with
Mama
it
ape.
with the two of us. And if you, our dear listener, have some ideas or tips for Benjamin or have questions as well, that would be lovely if you do that in the chat. We will read them out for us as well. So, Benjamin, you had an idea how you wanted to tell this to your great your grandma, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you want to do this? Please tell.
Wait, how I want to come out? I actually haven't thought about that.
Oh, I thought you had an entire preparation idea for it. Like, how do you want to?
No, 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 no. No. What I have is that I have more or less a plan to try to more or less, because my grandmother is she is Norwegian.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents are both Norwegian, and but the one thing is that she was not born in Norway. She
Mm-hmm.
was born in Canada when her father uh, immigrated there, and when he got rich enough, he his family went moved with him, and after that, my grandmother was born, and she stayed. She was born in 1925,
Mm-hmm.
so she is 93 years old right now,
Yes.
and that kind of gets you a estimate of how many times I'm expecting to see her again.
Mm-hmm.
That being zero. Uh, so that's kind of yeah quite important for me because I never really tried to talk to her that much.
Mm-hmm.
So she lived there in Canada for 11 years, and then she went back to Norway, and I don't think she ever went anybody else. But that means that she knows English,
Mm-hmm.
and her language and all of the sort is more or less preserved almost as a vessel from the time. But I hope to be able to try to talk to her, even record stories of her, and that she tells me anecdotes and just general conversations, how she talks.
Mm-hmm.
Almost study a distant relative seems kind of morbid, but also because I want to keep memories of her. It is.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you want,
And of
yeah.
course, with that, of course, with that, with I'm anticipating to this be the last time I see her. I'm not gonna lie to her about anything. So I'm gonna tell her the truth and yeah, that I'm gay, even if she uh, is gonna, however she's gonna respond.
Yes.
And my uh, my grandmother is my paternal grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad. Um, it's kind of funny because when I asked him how he thought that my grandmother would react, he was like, I don't know, go ahead if you want to. It's just like, ah! Just felt a tiny bit daunting when the son of the one I want to talk to, I have no idea really, but being Norwegians they are kind of stupid, but
Oh.
uh, never. No. I'm just being every what I mean to say is that just a lot of nations have kind of have a jokingly negative view on the other on neighboring nations. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, that what I said about that Norwegians are a little bit stupid. Well, what I mean is what I then got to know that they are not really that open. They were not really that open of a family as we were, so they never really talked about a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it has come up that they never talked about HBTQ people
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Okay.
And
But maybe
and I
they,
don't know.
maybe they never
Huh?
talked about queer people because in their view, there were no queer people. They were just not encountering it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of true too because they have, what at least what my dad said that in his view, there's like in his view that very few, at least there, uh, families would know families that hasn't had relatives or friends turn out to be gay, queer, not all have no real reason to talk about it and therefore probably never did.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and in the olden days, and even like 5, 10 years, 5, 7 years ago, yeah, I could get that, but now not really. No,
Mm-hmm.
no.
So you go to your grandmother completely unprepared right now, but willing to talk
I
about.
don't even know if she's religious.
that is quite an open work. So you're trying to tell her that you're gay, but you have no idea whatsoever how she would react because you have no idea about her backstory, if she had encounters with queer people, or
Mm.
whether she is even
Yeah, I don't
religious.
even really know her that well as a person.
Oh, that is a big wall to crawl over if you want to do
Yes,
that.
I know, but we're family, and I don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but I, but,
yeah.
you let me handle it from another side. You are uh, an intelligent person. I I
Yeah.
suggest you make at least the framework of a plan on how you're gonna do this. It's not like you gonna walk in the second you're with your grandma and say, "Hey, look at me, I'm gay. Look at my nail polish."
No, 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 no. No, I have some kind of stuff. I have some. I'm not sure if I should start talking to her first,
Mm-hmm.
or if if I should actually start talking and gathering information and that kind of stuff. Just yeah, trying to get to know her, and yeah, she making ourselves open up to each other
Mm-hmm.
before or after I tell her, because like I because I don't know if she would be overly homophobic. I don't know if I would if she would be overly homophobic. I would probably want to like maybe like say it on the fifth day. We're only
Mm-hmm.
gonna be there a week,
Okay.
or something like that, or maybe on the second day, like that. But if she's not gonna be overly homophobic and almost welcoming, it's just I would probably want to say it like on the second day or
On the
something
second
like
day.
that. If you
Okay.
get what I mean,
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's
But I do suggest.
yeah, and also I want to start to talk to her more. So if she comes up if if some type of if against all odds some type of homophobic slur or statement against or for or just kind of that and comes out of her. Yeah, well, if it is homophobic at an unknowing level, I would probably try to correct her
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of like talk to her about that kind of. But then, like on the next day, maybe or something like, uh, or if she turns out to be like kind of helpful, I'll probably just
Mm-hmm.
not do it.
No. Okay.
Like, I mean, it
So
like that.
you have a bit of a framework. Like you are trying to find out whether she is homophobic or not, or whether she
Mm-hmm.
is just homophobic from a perspective of not knowing that kind of stuff before
Mm-hmm.
you actually take action. And how will you be doing that?
Yeah.
How will you find out whether she is open to this?
I just told you that I will try to talk to her and hopefully some conversation ways off
so
uh,
so you will start like
towards Queerland.
so you will start with your grandma to talk about the weather and how hot it is here and etc. And hope that she says something about homos.
No, no. Am I going to talk of her about the weather? No, I'm gonna ask her about the past. Ask for stories. Dabba
Mm-hmm.
dabba 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 da da.
Okay.
She has lived through a lot of stuff,
Yes.
lots and lots of stuff. She is born in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
went away from Canada in 1936
Mm-hmm.
or 1937. because she does uh, have her birthday on Christmas Day. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see here. But to see here again, and then some more or less she lived through World War II in
Mm-hmm.
Norway that was occupied by the Nazis. That has to give some kind of interesting insights and
Mm-hmm.
stories and give it. And I
Well, if you're gonna talk about
coming from that, I'm mostly worried I wear the woman out.
Mhm. If you are going to talk about the war, you can maybe have a little sideway to how gay people were treated back in the Second World War, because gay people were marked, at least in the Netherlands, with a pink triangle.
Yes.
So there would be like gay
Oh yeah.
people
Wait, and at least in the Netherlands, we don't. Wait, what do you mean more?
marked, like Jewish people were marked with the Star of David uh, uh,
Yeah.
on their clothes.
I know,
And if you were
and
no,
yeah,
if
but
you
that
were
was
gay,
just to know that they were there. More or less, I know that was the thing with yeah, what happened in with the gay
yeah.
in the Holocaust.
Mhm. So
The Holocaust.
if you were marked, whether it would be like the Star of David or the pink triangle, there would
Or
there w-
or because the pink triangle is inverted, but if you were a gay Jew, you would have a behind the pink star, you would have a upwards facing yellow triangle, I believe, actually,
mm,
or
okay,
something like that.
yes,
More
but
or less, and that was like the evil. That was the evil enemy, or
yes,
something. God, why am I?
but the fact that you
Probably shouldn't joke
yeah, but the fact that someone
like that.
was wearing that, it means that they would be treated differently. Not even like
Mhm.
consciously, but subconsciously,
Mhm.
because they were marked.
Mhm.
So maybe you can ask your
Mhm.
grandmother about that,
Yeah.
because
Maybe I
that's
could, maybe I
a
won't,
side
maybe I
one.
should. Maybe I should and record it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she lets me record it.
Yes. First, ask permission, indeed, before you record.
Yes, yes. Ah, yes.
Okay. How would you feel? You think if she turned out to be a homophobe? How would you feel about that?
I probably wouldn't feel good. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you say homophobe, I'm thinking actively, like actively homophobic, almost hateful
Mm-hmm.
to an extent. It's like, get out of my house, you damn F word. Uh,
Yeah.
it's like that kind of stuff is just like I'm at least I'm the thing is that like my great aunt, which
Mm-hmm.
is my grandmother's sister, uh, she lives in kind of a different in a different village quite close to where my grandmother lives. But the thing is with Norway, every little village have their own has their own accent.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a joke. The Norwegian landscape makes that because it's so hard to move from place to place. Most people just stay in one place, and then different accents and almost new words and languages almost develop from that.
Mm-hmm.
But more or less, her village and that kind of stuff, it also has a lot of like second cousins and first cousin ones removed. That um uh, they live under what we here would call the Bible Belt.
Ah, yeah, the Bible Belt.
Yeah, more or less so. yeah, they were saying, like, don't swear. And, my mom, when we went there, they were like, don't swear, and
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. Just keep that stuff. And I'm like, that I'm a little bit more worried about what would happen.
Yeah, but if they're living in the Bible Belt, are they also per se religious?
Uh,
Also,
if they are
wait a second.
religious, I'm not sure actually.
I
I
want to
think they
introduce
are
someone.
actually. No, 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 no. Wait, if they were not religious, why would they tell me? Why would my mother tell me to not swear? Hmm.
Well, you always know that. But I want to say, welcome, Cloud. Welcome to the stream.
Oh,
Good
oh wait, no, did the baby boy,
afternoon.
did the daddy boy wake up finally?
Nah, it's
Good.
already it's still morning there in America. So welcome.
Hmm.
Well,
We're very glad that you're here, Cloud. We already talked a bit about Benjamin going to Norway on Monday, and he's going to talk to his distant relatives, especially his grandmother, and trying to tell them that he is gay. And he just told us that a lot of his family members there in Norway are living in the Bible Belt, which is in itself not a bad thing, but if someone lives in the Bible Belt, there is a higher
Hmm.
chance that they are homophobic a bit.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
you could test the waters first before you tell them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean test waters?
So prepare and ask questions about homosexuality to those people so you can see how they react.
Uh-huh.
Basically, making sure that it's safe and nice for you to tell them, and it's not going to be you telling them and then the screaming match or something like that.
They're not screaming match because
Uh,
I'm just gonna go. I don't know where
Mm-hmm.
and
TBD.
I always support people telling their loved ones, but also doing it safely is the main thing. Making sure people are kind and nice, and that it's safe for you to tell them
Yes.
Mhm.
all
Mhm.
that.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
To.
Like
Mm-hmm.
there's like there's my one uncle that lives and take care of my grandma, and then there's my other uncle that lives like on another island, and we normally stay for him for a couple of days. And like my uncle that lives by himself, uh, he I have no doubt that he will not really care. Uh, It's like I'm quite sure I'm quite sure he wouldn't really care. So if yeah, I'm quite yeah confident that
If you tell
that
him
I
that it will be okay, you mean? He doesn't really
yeah
care
yeah,
That's
about it.
good.
and the thing is that again we normally live with him on that island for a couple of days, and then we leave. It's just like so more or less if like I'm just kind of worried that if it turns really bad, which I really hope it doesn't, that we get kicked out. It's just to that extent, I'm kind of it's just I'm scared to that extent, but I really really hope not,
Mm-hmm.
and I really hope I can even if she's like. She doesn't really have to be overly homophobic. It's kind of cautious or something like that. Just
Mm-hmm.
be careful or something like that. Like that, I still get to talk to my grandma because I do want to create a connection here
Mm-hmm.
because I will probably not ever have a chance again. So yeah.
Yes. You are lucky that you have your parents behind you to support you because you already came out to your parents.
I am.
And it's always good to also ask your parents what they would think about you telling your grandparents since
Yeah.
they know them.
Yeah, and the thing is, I asked my dad and the grandma I'm talking about is my paternal, and he said like, I don't know, do whatever you want. Just like he had no idea. So that was, yeah, again, as I told before, that was kind of daunting.
Yeah.
So,
So okay. Um. So yeah. Do you want to know, Benjamin, about how we came out to our relatives and because did we talk about that?
we kinda did, but but that was one of the many lost episodes.
It's one of
My mine was
The
just
second
like
episode, no, that's the second episode where we talked about a lot of stuff, and I think
I
coming out
know.
was one of them. Or yeah.
yeah, Cloud.
Mine was just a rumor situation where I told a friend, and then he told people I told him not to tell, and then he like the people I told him not to tell told everyone in the school, and then one of my
Mhm.
friends' parents had told them what was happening.
Mhm.
Just called my mom and told me what was happening, and then my mom sat me down and asked me if it was true, and then I said yes. And
And then
interesting one. And then for my family,
no,
uh,
no, 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 no. But what was the like more or less? What did they think of it?
and they don't really care. My mom's really nice about it, but she like, doesn't understand it because a lot about it,
Mm-hmm.
and she doesn't look into it. So it's just
Mm.
sometimes she'll say stuff kind of ignorant, but like it's not out of a place of maliciousness. It's out of a place of not knowing
Mm-hmm.
what
Yeah,
of
but it's
knowing
also a
about it.
place of not kind of caring enough to look it up.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's kind of
Told her I
that
was
can be
when I
kind
was
of
told her I was pansexual, which was a big deal. She just like, it's like we gotta get to work,
Mm-hmm.
and then so that kind of sucked, but
Mm-hmm.
it's how my mom was. And for extended family, I don't think I've told my grandparents. I think they might know, but
Oh,
like
wait,
directly.
wait. She rolled her eyes and get to work on what?
My mom runs a dog rescue, so we had to go do that.
Ah,
The dogs were more important at that time.
And
Oh.
it's like
it
you can
was
come
like,
out to the dogs. Come on.
and then I might know, but I never told them just because I personally just don't want to have that conversation with my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't know where. I think they're like all for it. It's just like not knowing for sure makes me just go, I don't need to tell them because I don't see them often. They live in a different town and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think my aunt knows. Yeah, my aunt knows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Usually when an aunt or an uncle knows, it goes around the whole family. I don't know why, but
And
aunts and uncles are really the talkative kind. I don't know.
well, because my aunt is on Facebook, and so is my grandma. But my grandma doesn't use Facebook often,
Okay, yeah.
but my aunt does.
Yeah, Facebook nowadays is full of aunts and uncles. And people
Yeah,
trying to storm Area
No,
51.
isn't it like Facebook the mom territory?
Yeah, but there are also uncles and aunts. Or
Yeah, the
aunts mostly.
anti-max moms using minion memes.
Yeah.
Uh,
that's actually died down.
Yeah, thankfully the minion craze died down. They gotten really boring and annoying after a while. I never
yes.
I'm a mama who doesn't like minions. But anyway, um,
I never liked
Yeah, you're
them.
not really a mama. You're a mama to two cats, right? But yeah.
yes, I'm not a real mom, but I like to care of people. Talking about me,
Mhm.
um, well, I didn't know until I was 25 that I could fall in love and feel attracted to something else than, the opposite sex. So, most of my grandparents already died at the time. I have one grandmother left, my maternal grandmother. And
Mhm.
I think I told off the podcast about this. No, I didn't. My mother worked at a gay bar when she was younger. And then you think,
You didn't tell us that. You have never told us that.
okay, but then you think she's,
Pretty good.
she is really uh, sensible and she accepts queer people, etc., etc. And then one of my cousins came out of the closet. She was a lesbian, and I came home from school, and my mom was almost in tears and really upset. And she was talking to me like, "Your cousin is gay. What the hell's going on here?" And I'm like, "Okay." And then she calmed down, and then my brother came in, and the same thing happened. And because her children were like accepting, she was like, "Oh yeah, having a queer person in the family is not that bad." So by the
Yeah,
time,
but the gay bar and to have in tears, in tears,
yeah,
tears.
I think you broke
Gay
Benjamin.
bar.
yeah. So the weirdest thing even was that she had one of her best friends was gay, who moved to London and later died of AIDS, unfortunately. But that was her
Oh,
best friend, and he was gay, and like I was so
oh,
confused when she was like so
oh,
upset
okay, 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 okay.
by this.
Yeah,
So
but she needs to calm down. The AIDS thing is the AIDS epidemic is down, and
mm,
it's far from only homosexuals
yeah,
who get that. Okay,
but
okay, now
so
I understand. Yeah, there's multiple. There's layers to the shit player. Tiramisu, tiramisu.
hmm. But when I came out, so there was a 10-year gap between my cousin coming out of the closet and me coming out of the closet. So when I came out, I was like, how do I do this? Will she be like upset like the time my cousin came out? So I was very timid, and when I finally told her, I think we were making dinner or something like that, and I was like, Mom, I think I like girls. I like boys as well, but I like girls too. And then she's like, okay, just do it safe. And that was it. So that was the whole conversation about
Yeah.
that.
Well, yes, the big anticlimax.
There's a big anticlimax. And then moving on towards my friends and family, because my mom accepted it, was like, yeah, okay, my cousin who is gay doesn't care at all. So her parents had a 10-year accepting period as well, so I can tell them. And when I think I came out to my grandmother when I took my girlfriend with me at that time. So I just told her that I had a girlfriend. Here she is. Look at her. Isn't she cute? And my grandma was like, okay, welcome to the family. And that was it. So I have a very close knit and very loving family. The only ones who actually did not accept that were the people who I thought were friends or but weren't really.
Mm.
Yeah.
Uh, um, kind like that too. She if anytime like I want to like hang out with a friend with my family, or if I want to have dinner with me, he usually is just like like, sure, bring your girlfriend to Christmas. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But we used to go camping every year, and like my best friend lives in Salem, and I always wanted to go camping with him. And I came back from his house to go camping. I'm like, I wanted Cameron to come with, and she's like, well, why didn't you? And I'm like, because Mom said that invite Cameron, and she's like, I don't care what your mom says, invite your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because my grandma paid for the trip. I asked Cameron, but he couldn't come because his mom said no.
Oh.
Sad day. But no, my grandma's always open to having people coming with on events like that. Wants everyone to be having the best time and not anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. But with relatives, it all sometimes they're just like, it just always a few responses. It's like, who cares, or oh, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
The one
Yeah.
no one wants.
It's like as long as you're happy, kid.
Yes.
That's like the standard, sure response.
Luckily, that is one of the standard responses. I don't know if
Yeah.
you have
Yep.
seen. I think it was Thomas Sanders who
Eating
had.
out.
No, stop that! Don't talk about that. This is not a. This is not a.
Oh God, we gotta have a bad movie night again.
Yes, but
A bad movie one
yeah,
again. Yeah.
but
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
former Vine person and now YouTuber Thomas Sanders, who is queer as
Yes.
well. He
Yes.
had
Yes.
this
What?
he had this
He is what?
guessing. He's queer. He's at least gay, but I'm not sure. Maybe he's bisexual. I don't know. He's at least gay.
For the longest time, when he was a Viner, he was openly bisexual, but then quite like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, he came out as gay.
Mm-hmm.
Gay after a long time of thinking he was bisexual, and more yeah,
I
uh,
think
yeah, he's cute and he's funny. Yeah, I love Thomas.
Dan Howell came out. I think recently.
Yeah.
I looked Dutch, but I think that was going around.
Yeah.
You know, the person from Phil, the Dan.
He
Honestly,
Dan is
honest,
Dan is not on fire.
it was on all, and like it was a big
Hmm?
thing when he came out.
Yeah.
Ah,
Then like
nice.
which is really cool. But to be fair, I like always assumed he was. So when I saw the Twitter stuff, I'm like, I got a little confused for. Oh, I thought that was common knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
guess I was wrong.
Yeah, but there are videos from Thomas Sanders where he's discussing like statistics about gay people, and one that hurt me the most is that in America, of all homeless people, like 50% of the homeless young people are queer, while
Mhm.
like uh, the amount or like the percentage of people who are homeless is the same, like, so it means that a lot of people who are becoming homeless because they are kicked out because of their sexuality, and that's really sad. It's really really
I
sad.
believe that.
So those statistics
Like that,
those statistics are
and like
really awful.
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Like unfortunately, as much as come last like 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
it's like in way of being more accepting towards LGBTQ members. It and like unfortunately still see it wrong for religious reasons or
Mm-hmm.
uh, wrong just for personal reasons, and like have
Yeah.
your own opinion. time excluding a whole group of people just because you don't understand it
Mm-hmm.
is is not cool. It's very ignorant, and I would suggest if you are like thinking that way to really look into it and to see it's just people loving each other. There's nothing wrong with it, and get over that hump that bashed into you over the years. It's
Mm-hmm.
not even like mentioned in the whole Bible, like one, and it's just like
Wait, what did you
I
say?
said. There's only like I believe only one mention of like not sleeping
One
with God,
thing.
like
One
gay
thing about.
people.
Well, okay. There's the one. There's the one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the one that man shall not sleep with mankind as he does with. And the thing is, that line is so again and again and again by homophobes. And there was also a pastor who is who said that, but then was like, yeah, there's one, but then there's like all like up in the dozens of lines saying that divorce is an evil thing, and, and that women who divorce their husbands should get stoned. Uh, but not only that is that I have recently found out that technically that line doesn't exist.
I
That
like
line against homophobia with against gay people. Why? Because it was actually that line was made when they rewrote the whole Bible, but it was like around in the 30s that happened. Before that line
is
was
that New
man
Testament?
shine. Wait, it was man shall not sleep with a child as he sleeps with womankind or something like that. It was against pedophiles, against pedophiles,
Oh
and
wow.
not gay people. So more or less, the whole fucking thing is a lie. It's just it's
And then
ridiculous.
there's lines against that we're talking that like work
Mm-hmm.
against it, and there's like because first was like boy uh, I knew that was like found out he was bisexual. My mom took me camping. My mom brought our friend with her, and the friend was like and queer, and was like it was like let me tell you what the Bible actually says because you're gonna hear a lot of the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking to me about it, and she's just like, "There's like a million things to like go against that one line people are gonna throw in your face. So like, don't worry about it. Pretty much."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will never forget this. I was playing games with my friend,
Mm-hmm.
having a good time, and like he just turns to me, and he just goes, "Hell, right?" Like out of nowhere. No, like we weren't even talking about it. We were just having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, dude, what the hell are you talking about, man? Up to him all the time because we're still friends today, and he's like, he regrets saying that so much. He's just like, I was really dumb, and
Yeah.
like, uh,
What did
he
he
was
say?
right. He said, gay people go to hell, right?
Out of
Ah,
nowhere, that's just weird.
Yeah.
That's just like he's probably have been mulling it over for like years or something, and suddenly it comes out or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You like when you're a kid, like you're not really taught about it, so like
Mm-hmm.
it's confusing at first.
True.
and then after a while, you're just like, as you grow older, you just realize that it's totally normal.
Yeah, and if you meet people and you don't immediately know that they are queer or something, then you suddenly think like, oh yeah, queer people can be human as well. Because um, I went to the gym a long time ago. I still have a subscription to the gym, but I don't go because I'm lazy. Um, Anyway, so
As we all do.
but I had a couple of gym friends there, mainly women, and those women were discussing that one of those other women in the shower has to be a lesbian because she was looking at them, and the lesbian girl was so scary and was like, "Why is she scary?" Yeah, because she's a lesbian. She will touch you, and I'm like, I'm attracted to ladies. Are you afraid I will touch you? She said, no, no, it's different. I'm like, no, 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 that's not different.
That.
That's not different.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? If I'm attracted to women and I can resist myself from not touching you, the lesbian girl's not interested in you either. So then, it suddenly there was a
It's
little
like.
light bulb above her head, like, oh yeah. So I actually made someone a bit more aware that even queer people, lesbian people, gay people are just people. That's the thing that we have to bring to
Like,
other people.
okay, like I get that on like some level, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it'd be the same principle if there was a guy changing in there, like the same kind of feeling a bit, I guess. I kind of get it a little bit, but like at the same time, at that point, it's just like get over it, you baby.
Yeah. I also don't know
It's
what
just
happens.
strange.
I don't know what happens in the male showers and the male changing rooms, but women usually don't stare at each other and do not touch each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much the same. It's more like, oh god, I gotta change. Oh god, just stare forward.
Yeah.
Just do this real
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, yeah. Even before, like every guy that is straight is doing their best to not glance at anyone's schlong. It's just yeah, because they don't want to come off as gay. So I don't. And the thing is, I don't know. Like when like I've kind of like yeah come to terms with my sexuality almost like 7 or 8 months ago now. Yeah,
Mhm.
damn. But still, the thing is, in my new class, it's just like 10 people. More or less, I don't have to share any bad any exchange rooms when it comes to PE in gymnastics and that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, I've never really had a problem. D- Yeah, but what I can say about that is just I'm not really sure.
Just don't.
Yeah,
I
but
haven't been.
one thing. Yeah, but there's also like how you could say like, oh no, she's gay, and she's gonna touch you. Just like, have you looked at yourself? Of course she's not gonna touch you. You look like a hag. Yeah,
But
but
like,
yeah, you could be mean about that, but yeah, but
here's also
also, yeah. Uh, I want to talk about how because when it comes to like I came out to my parents and
Yeah, just let Cloud finish and then you can talk again.
yeah,
uh,
okay,
uh
thanks, mom.
I know
Ooh.
there like for me when I was like like bisexual and like when it came to changing for gym and stuff, I know like I had a crush on that like just like oh man he like is getting undressed like across from me and I have a crush on that guy but like I just straight up was just like I'm just gonna focus myself just because I am too shy to do
Mm-hmm.
anything else. So like so Jupiter says hello.
Oh, hello,
Ah,
Juniper. Jupiter.
ah. I keep.
That's so fun. That was my thought. You can
Wait,
count
in the Twitch. Oh, okay.
it
No.
out. Jupiter and she said hello, or
Yeah.
they said hello.
They said hello. Yeah.
Good boy, good boy. Uh,
Benjamin.
yeah, but yeah, but because I kind of like came on. Oh God, the thing was messy because again yeah, I had my now my then boyfriend more or less broke up with me on my birthday, and I kind of like, and it was like maybe like 2 hours before I would come out to them, and he knew that I and it kind of like, yeah, he yeah, quite brutally, I might add, yeah, just dumped me,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and like when they were calling me to eat dinner, and it was just like, yeah, so I had to like, yeah, I stayed in my bed even when they started like, you need to come now, and just like, yeah, and like I pissed them off, and then like it came out actually very sad and almost defeated, had trouble, and then I told them, and
Mm-hmm. Dabba dee dabba
yeah, and
da.
that kind of like, yeah, I didn't say I'm gay. I said that my boyfriend just dumped me. So that was the
It was quite a
yeah,
hint that you were gay.
Like
yeah,
at
yeah.
least like
But
he gave you ammo to use.
what?
He gave
Oh,
you
he
ammo
gave
to
me
use.
ammo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He could, but he also more or less destroyed a big part of my evening. But whatever. He's
Okay,
gone from my life
guys.
now, and will never really come back. So yeah, that's a good.
Also,
But
like,
mm,
can I just say it's very interesting on both sides of the playing field, just because like how like the similarities between dating both is pretty funny,
Mm-hmm.
and like man, guys, even like guys are jerks, man, as and women
oh
can also
yeah,
be
yeah.
harsh.
Yeah, guys are swine.
I'm not commenting on that.
Yeah, but they
Eh,
are. I get now why a lot of women are just almost constantly complaining about the men because it's true. A lot of the guys are mean. As any selfish.
I like it. It's very interesting. It's two
Yeah,
very
and
different
but
types of people.
before we stray off, I want to say that also I didn't actually come out to my maternal about my paternal grandpa. He's dead. He
Mm-hmm.
actually died on the same date I was born, only 2 years before I was born. So more or less, yeah, his death date is the same as my birthday.
Okay.
So that's kind of, yeah, yeah. But he died in 2000. But but my maternal grand, they actually, I didn't come out to them. They kind of, because it was like more or less my mom was talking with my maternal grandma, and she out of nowhere. I don't know if it was out of nowhere, but I think they like talked about queer people or something, and then my maternal grandma was like, "So how gay is Benjamin?" and and then my mom told her the truth, and she was like, I already knew that, dear. And it's like,
Oh.
and the thing is,
So
like,
how gay
I
is he?
Yes.
how gay is Benjamin
How
then? It's like,
on a scale of
yeah,
1 to 10?
yeah, about 1 to 10, is
He's an
69.
11.
No, 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 not 11, 69, 420 maybe, but nah, 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 nah. But let's see here. It was, but the thing is that I am on my birthday when my mm, yeah, jerk of a boyfriend, ex broke up with me and that kind of stuff. Also, I had made my mother make a cake that was like 6 or 7 different layers, and they were all colored in rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that yeah, I did that because, but I actually did that pre 2016, and then I just wanted to test it because it looked cool, good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good cake, but the thing is that my grandma already kind of knew back then, so like that was when she like kind of knew.
Okay.
And the thing is, I didn't. More or less, it wasn't that she disinterpreted stuff. It was that she knew before I knew, more or less. So, I don't
Yeah.
know if how my grandfather like reacted because my grandmother told him, and like I've kind like he seems to be at least trying to be accepted, but kind of like stuck in the ways where
That happens.
not that he was not at least not really like homophobic, but that he's like kind of stuck in a mindset that that kind of stuff should be hidden and kept away from public places, if you know what I mean. It's just like like we were in a Swedish place doing a Swedish tradition. It's just like at the one May. It was on May burning stuff. Wait, let's see. May. God, what what's it called when a big fireplace? More or less, and just like a big crowd, a big Mayfire,
Easter fire?
and I was and what?
Easter fire?
No, a Mayfire.
Okay, a Mayfire. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like welcoming in the welcoming in the welcoming in
Don't
the
forget to
spring.
breathe.
The spring. But more or less, and then my at that my grandfather like humorously touched my dad's ass, and I was like, and I kind of like scoffed and like, and I thought that I was the gay one in this family, and he didn't hear what I said really, and he just heard the word gay, and he was like, shh, tried to talk to me. I was like, no, don't say that, and then yeah, then that's like the only real proof I had that he's kind of like stuck in that mindset that it's
Mm-hmm.
just a hush hush thing.
Yeah.
But apart from that, yeah, it has been quite good and cool, and yeah,
Okay. I think we have
yeah,
to cap off a bit. Uh,
yeah.
Benjamin, are you a bit more comfortable coming out to your grandmother? Like, do you have a
I
little
have
bit of a
no idea,
framework?
darling. I will try to at least.
So yeah. So
And
are
like,
yeah.
yeah, again, I shouldn't have to work for acceptance because acceptance, yeah, something that should be
What you
earned.
do,
It's just, yeah.
right? You sit down, and when your grandparents are in that, like, oh, what new? What have you been up to? Thing you go, like, oh, graduated school, I'm gay, the normal stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've started doing football now. I'm gay. I'm starting to paint my nails.
Yes.
Do a
Okay,
podcast on the
okay, that's
weekends.
all. That's almost fucking brilliant. Just
Slip it in there. Just sneak it on in.
Yes.
yeah, sneak that gay agenda inside their minds.
Yeah.
Shh, don't tell people we have a gay agenda. Don't expose us like that.
Don't show them the
Yeah, just
rainbow colored agenda. But yeah.
Don't listen to YSA backwards. You will not want to hear what it says.
By the
But
way, we definitely need to do another movie podcast, just because there's a lot of interesting movies and things happening
Yeah.
Oh,
in the
yes.
movie world
Eating
right now.
out!
No.
Eating out, eating out.
we,
Of
Benjamin,
course, yes.
we will do a separate one
Yes?
apart from the podcast because that is actually an 18 plus, 16 plus podcast if we do that. Eating out is 16 plus.
Yeah. But it's not that we don't do much profanity here.
But it's really
Oh.
not safe for work, that stuff. So we do a separate
Not
one.
really safe for work. If American
That's a
Pie is safe for work, then this is.
I wouldn't say that
But
either.
yeah, stay tuned for that one, lads and girlies and everything in between.
I just want to do
Yes, Cloud.
on like movie stuff coming out. Because there's like Doctor Sleep,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. It 2 is coming out.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got like Cats' Send Help.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
Cats?
Yes.
What's Cats?
The musical.
You know that Broadway like musical
Yeah,
that exists?
they're making that a
Or
movie.
the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah!
No, before
Run!
before you,
Save kids!
no,
The
don't
homosexual
worry.
agenda must prevail.
Benjamin, calm down.
Don't worry, it's CGI.
It will. It.
Don't
Oh,
worry, it's CGI.
that's even
It looks
worse.
terrible.
No, we will first have to see
Ah,
the
no.
trailer before things go on. But yeah. So instead of slipping in the fact that you're gay, Benjamin, other tips can be indeed talk to your grandmother and try to see whether she is against queer people, whether
Yeah.
she has a difficult past with people who are queer or anything. Just prepare yourself for what
Yeah.
kind of answer she will give. Be sure to
Yeah.
you know you have to support of
Yeah, I will
your other
try
family.
to. I will try to steer.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to steer conversations into the into queer will. Yes, I will.
Queer.
Yeah.
As every conversation should be steered in.
Yeah.
Alright, so
If you do
I
not,
think it's that time
yeah,
to
I just have a couple of more tips. If you don't
Okay, go
feel
for it.
if you don't feel safe, Benjamin, at least stay with
Mhm.
people who you are feeling safe with. For example, if your uncle really doesn't care, stay with your uncle. You always have your parents and your siblings who are probably supporting you.
Yeah.
Don't stay with the people you're not feeling safe with if you want to come out. Just get their support.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just
Yeah, I
take
know.
care of yourself while trying to tell people.
we know the excitement of wanting to tell everyone, but you
Mhm.
know, if you don't think everyone will be cool about it, there's no need to tell the people that will be
Mhm.
uncool about it because
Yeah.
it creates unneeded
Yeah.
tension and terrible times.
Yes.
Unneeded.
Okay.
Unneeded.
Cloud.
You know,
Cloud. Will you cap it off?
Unnecessary tension, more like.
Will you do the outro, Cloud?
so it's that time again. It's time for us to end stream.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that we have all of the things. We have a YouTube, we have a Twitter. Benjamin has an Instagram where I'm sure he takes pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Instagram is.
I take pictures of my snooty stuff. Yeah.
aka Work has a Twitter as well,
Yes.
YouTube channel, and which if just like linked in our YouTube channel in the
Mhm.
little channel thing. You know, do, subscribe to us on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, and other guys have a good weekend or night, day, or
Yeah.
week, depending on when you're watching this.
Yes. Have a good time, everyone. Good luck, Benjamin.
Luck, Benjamin.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to rate anyone. Ta-ta, everyone.
Huzzah!
Bye bye.
The gay pirates are on our way.
Yeah, I'm going to rate my dear friend Space Wario Jose.
Well, I'm gonna. I'm tired.